What's up, everyone? It's Barrett, Floridiots Proof Preppers, sitting here in my camper on a nice Saturday afternoon, and I'm thinking, I'd like to do a different kind of video for you guys today. I'd like to do a cooking video for you guys. I cook almost every single night because I'm a single guy, and I like to eat good meals. So I'm going to take this time and this Saturday afternoon to show you all the way I like to cook a nice beef ragu from scratch. My grandma is Italian. I love her so much. Cute pictures of me and my grandma. She's so cute. I love her so much. Anyways, we're going to get into the noodles that I like to use, and I don't really give a fuck what kind of noodles you like. It's what I like anyway. So the ingredients I'm going to use, how I'm going to do it, and hopefully at the end of this, it's going to take about 3 hours, but I imagine it's going to be delicious because I like to cook and I cook all the time. So stick around. Let's get into the video. Alrighty, it's time to get into our ingredients. So the spaghetti I like to use for any spaghetti recipe, just because it's my favorite, Angel Hair. And this is a really good brand, Pasta Zara. It's a product of Italy. It's organic. It's really good stuff. I really like it a lot. So this is my go-to pasta is the Angel Hair. Not particularly this brand, but I like Angel Hair. I don't know. I'm weird. That's what I like. And for my meat, for my ragu, I have something that's very special to me because this is from a wild hog that I killed myself out here on public lands down in South Florida. So this is mild Italian link sausage that I had fucking made into sausage from a big boar I killed, and I'll flash you a picture of that boar. That it was pretty damn big, and it's gonna make this really good. So it's got good seasoning on it. I have these before. I'm only gonna use about 2 of these. I'm not using a bunch because I'm only making a half batch because I'm just gonna be just for me. So that's gonna be the meat for my ragu. Next, I got a can of San Marzano tomatoes from Italy, product of Italy. You cannot make a better ragu or tomato sauce in that matter without some good San Marzano tomatoes. Best in the world in my opinion. I'm sure a lot of good Italian chefs would agree as well. And then on top of that, I got some passata. Passata strained tomatoes. This brand is, I don't know if it's from Italy or not. Yes, product of Italy. So this is a really good brand. I got about a half a jar from last time, so these combined is going to make a kick-ass sauce. I make this all the time, so I have very good confidence this is going to be really good. Okay, so there's them 2. Next, I have what is called the sofrito. That consists of celery, carrot, and onions. My particular brand of onion that I like to use for this is a shallot. So I don't use like sweet onions, white onions, red onions. I like using shallots. It's got a better flavor in my opinion, and that's just what I like. It's not authentic, but I don't give a fuck because I'm making it the way I want to make it. And sofrito traditionally does not get garlic, but I like garlic. So I'm putting it in regardless. And I'm using elephant garlic. So this is a normal size chunk of a garlic clove, about that big. This, my friends, is elephant garlic. It is huge, packed full of flavor, and that's what I'm liking to use. So that's what I use for all my recipes that I cook around here. So with all these ingredients combined, it's going to be a damn good sauce. The only addition that I don't have to show you right this second is I have a big basil plant outside that I'll be picking some fresh basil at the end to put in the sauce once the sauce is done. So we're going to cut up our sofrito, as the French call it. I know, French, yeah. Call it mise en place, which basically transfers to get your shit together. So you get all your ingredients together, get them all prepped up. That's what I'm going to do right now. And we'll get back at it when I'm ready to start cooking. Alright everyone, before I start cooking, since this is going to take so damn long, I'm going to start out with a nice shot of Don Julio Rosado tequila. So, cheers. Oh, God, yeah! That hit the spot. Alright, let's put the tequila back. Shot glass in my sink. And let's get to cutting up some sofrito. Ready? I'm going to do this, try to do this edit like they do in all the fancy videos. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bam. Look at that. All done. Nice and neat and roast. Now I know there's going to be some guy in the comment section that say, oh, you know, sofrito doesn't involve garlic, but guess what? I'm not 100% Italian. I'm not from Italy, and I just don't give a fuck about your opinions because this is the way I like it. So, in the meantime, just enjoy the video. So, I got my celery, I got my carrots, I got my onions, and I got my garlic all chopped up. So, I like to go an extra step and bring my food processor into the mix. I learned this on a channel that I watch all the time. It's called Vicenjo's Plate. He's a very famous Italian chef that moved to Australia that makes some awesome videos. And I'm going to blend this all up in some really good olive oil so it almost makes it into a paste. It makes it so much better, more creamier, better, all that good stuff. So that's what I'm about to do right now, and we'll kick back in when I'm done. And we lit the veggie set balluna, ha 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 ha. Be chopping the vegetables. You don't want to chop them too much. You just get them all shaken up. You know, you don't want to dice them too thin, but you want them pretty close to a paste as you can get them. So nothing too crazy. Grab a spoon out of here. Get all that back down in there. One more quick pulse. Boom. Done. All right, that's good to go. Let's pull out the stove. Let's get the hot plate going, and we'll get this sofrito cooked up. All right, now we got the heat on. We got it on a low heat, low medium, sometimes low. And we're just gonna put some of this gorgeous olive oil in there. We're gonna get this. You don't want to burn the vegetables. You just want to get them sautéed and nice and release the fragrances of them, and that's about it. You don't want to cook them too much, okay? Good drizzle of the EV in there. Again, this is really good stuff. It's a little expensive, but I recommend getting this kind. It is absolutely awesome. Alright. Get that tossed around our pot there. Alright, get that back down. Ah. Nice sizzle. Get all them good bits out of there. Alright. Got the sofrito working. Get something to stir it all up with. Again, you don't want to burn these. You just want to get them nice and sauteed. And with the good thing about cutting them like this, instead of bigger chunks, it takes less time. So this is going to brown up very nicely faster than if you left them in big chunks. Now, I know the traditional way is to leave them in bigger chunks, probably, most likely. But I don't care, because I like doing stuff my own way. Get that moving around. Get into all that oil. Alright. Let that hang out for a minute. While we're doing that, since it's going to cook quickly, I'm going to take this sausage out of the casings, and I'm going to put them in ground and let them do their thing with the sofrito, okay? Casing there. This is some awesome sausage, by the way. The guy I use is out of Vero Beach, Florida. He does very good work, very reasonably priced, and he seasons this wild game meat so good you won't even know the difference, honestly, if you eat this, and you will never know it's wild game. He does a great job on it, and it's good stuff. Again, just splitting the casing. Getting it out of the casing there. Voila. Look at this. I mean, this is some really high quality wild game meat, fresh from Florida. It doesn't get no fresher than this. It is some really good stuff. I'm going to break it up real quick by hand. No, I don't use gloves because I'm not a chef. I'm a bear, so I use my mitts. So I'm going to break this up a little bit. That one actually seems like a good amount of meat there. Like, again, I'm only making a half a batch, so I think that amount's going to be good. I'll save this for something else. Like, it's fresh, so I can easily just put it right back in the refrigerator. It's no big deal. Alright, ladies and gents, this is browning up really nicely. It's looking really good. It smells so good. I mean, that quadruple combo is smelling awesome. Almost got to where I like it, I think. Just let them flavors meld together. Smells so awesome. Alright, now I'm going to throw my meat in here. Let that make love with everything. That's important in Italian cooking. Everything needs to make love together. And that's when you have the best, because it all has a chance to meld the flavors together, and it'll turn out pretty awesome. Get that all in there. Put that in there to make love with everything else. That's what it's about. Alright. Pick up the heat one notch. Get that all in there, making love together. All broken up. All right. I'm gonna let that all brown up. We'll be back in a minute and see the next step. Well, that is looking and smelling amazing. Let me tell you what, that is, whew, if you can smell what I'm smelling right now, that is some good stuff there. Good stuff. You might notice some of my extracurriculars back there. You might think I drink a lot. I really don't. One shot on the weekend is all I need. Most of the time I don't drink at all, but back to this here. Well, with one addition. That bottle of Marsala right here. That's going to be in a future video. And let me tell you what, this is some of the best Marsala wine you can get to make chicken Marsala. And that'll be it for a future video. Alright. Almost got this done. Browning the way I like it. I did add a little bit of salt and pepper in there right after the meat. I forgot to show you guys that. So that's good. And when you put that meat in, if you had some nice white wine or something like that you wanted to throw in to give it a nice the nice extra flavor and let it all burn off and get the nice taste to it. I don't like to do that. I don't really keep a lot of wine. The only wine, as you see, I have is cooking wine. But all right. Anyways, turn the heat down a little bit on this to almost nothing. I got it on 1, so it is ready to go at this point. So what I like to do now is add some, you guessed it, some of these beautiful Marzano tomatoes. And I'm only going to do half of it. I like to do half and half. I like to put half tomatoes, and I like to do, it's about half. It gets a little bit more juice of that. That's about it. I like to do half tomatoes, and I like to do the other half with this passata, because it actually gives it a really nice flavor. That goes all the way in. Look at the color of that. That is just so gorgeous looking. Alright, I'm going to let this stew. And now, I'm going to break up these tomatoes. Let them stew, and I'll come back and I'll break them up some more. Alright. Add a little bit of salt. I don't like a whole lot of salt. Some nice black pepper from Publix. No sponsor, just the type of pepper I get. It's about good on the pepper. And then this, I forgot to show you this as well. Some nice Italian seasoning. If you don't know what Italian seasoning is, again, Vincenzo, don't beat me up so much. But what Italian seasoning is, basically, come on, basil, oregano, marjoram, and rosemary. Italian seasoning. And I actually grabbed the wrong one. I got organic. I usually don't get the organic, but I'm not going to put a lot of this in, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of flavor. That's about it. Not too much, okay? Stir that up. Man, that smells amazing, guys. That is just some good stuff. So now that this is ready to go, it's time to sit. Minimal of 2 hours, 3 hours would be even better. Now it's time to wait. We'll come back in about an hour. We'll give it a stir, and we'll see what we're working with. Alright, everybody, it's been an hour and a half, and it's just bubbling away. It's smelling fucking awesome. So, we're just going to let this go for another, maybe half an hour, maybe another hour. We'll see if I get that right consistency, but it is looking righteous. That is for sure. It looks delicious, smells delicious. Alright, put the lid back on, let it keep going. We'll see you in a bit. Alright. It has been 3 hours, and let's take a look at what goodness we got here. Hot lid. Oh yeah, dude. That is looking magical. That is looking magical. Well, I got some metal. I'm not trying to scrape here, but man, that looks so good. That looks fucking delish. Smells delish. Alright, I'm gonna pop this off. Let this sit on the side, and we're gonna boil up some pasta. Alright, forgot a very important step here. Before I take it off the heat to get my my pasta water going, I already got it there. I already got it ready to go on the burner here. Forgot I need to add some basil to this. So, some of my fresh basil leaves I just took off my plant outside. So, just to throw a little bit in there. A little bit in there. Nice fresh basil. Now I'm going to take this off the heat because you don't want to burn the basil. You just want to give it the flavor. Alright. Got a couple little small pieces left here. There you go. Alright. Now, put this lid back on. We're going to get this off the heat. And we'll get on to getting some water going. Alright, we got the pasta water. I got our water on the burner to start boiling. Give this a nice helping of salt. You always want to make sure, the rule of thumb is with this is you want that pasta water as salty as the Mediterranean. So, get a lot of salt in there. That way, I guess it's supposed to stop the noodles from sticking together, but also you save that pasta water, the salty pasta water, later for when you do the dish. And we'll show you how to prepare it properly and plate it up as soon as this water boils and we get our pasta done. Stay tuned. Okay, I got my water boiling here. I'm going to drop in my pasta. I've already salted the water. And let's get this going. Always read the package of your pasta. The freshest pasta cooks the fastest, and you can tell by this is some really good colored pasta, so it's nice and fresh. So it says 3 minutes for al dente, so that's what I'm going to do. Exactly 3 minutes. Okay? Up in there. Let it go. Do not break it. That is sacrilege to Italians. Do not break the pasta. Dump it in. Let it soften by itself. Push it all down there. Give it a stir. Alright, set my timer for 3 minutes and we're off to the races. 3 minutes, we're gonna pull it off. Alright, our 3 minute timer is almost up. Can't wait to dig into this. This is gonna be really good. Timer's done. Get our lid off. There. Turn our heat down. It's looking good. Looking good. Al dente. So I'm going to steal a cup of pasta water real quick because it's got all those good starches and that salt in there. That's going to help later to when we combine all the ingredients. So get a cup of water. Set it to the side. Alright. Set it there for a minute. Alright, we drained the little water off, set it to the side. Got a fresh pot here. Nice fresh pan. Grab a little bit more of our EVOO. Just a little bit. Gonna let that get up to temperature. We'll show you how we combine these ingredients. Alrighty, we got our pan heated up. Some olive oil in the pan. Let's go. Bring over this gorgeous sauce we got made. I mean, look at that. Look how thick and gorgeous that is. That's nice. So what we're gonna do, take a good amount, drop it in there. That should be about enough. That make love in there. I love it. Looking good. Get it all stirred up. Get it up in that oil. Get it all heated up. Get a little sizzle on that. Let it get up to temperature. Alright, starting to get a little bubble on there. A little bubble on there. Making love with the oil. Alright, next. Get some of our pasta in there. Now, I don't drain the pasta. I let it stay nice and wet. Get it right in there. Forgive my tiny little kitchen in my camper. That's all I got to work with right now. So I make it work just fine though. You don't want to waste that water. You want to keep that water on there on that pasta. Alright. Get that stirred around. That tossed around. Look at that. That's looking gorgeous. Looking gorgeous. Add a little bit of pasta water is what we save it for. Combine our ingredients just a little bit. You don't need a whole bunch. And that's looking a little thin, so I like a lot of sauce on mine, so I'm going to put some more sauce. I like a lot of sauce. Get this all cranked up. Get this all mixed together. Let it make love again. Let those al dente noodles soak up that ragu sauce. Smells amazing, guys. Smells absolutely amazing. Give it a flip. Give it a flip. Alright. Looking good. Looking good. Alright. Alright. Alrighty, let's get this out of here and get it plated. Alright. Get some of that sauce on top of it. Sauce on it. Ooh, man. Looking righteous, looking righteous. Looking good, looking good. I'm gonna hit it with the secret ingredient here. I got some 24-month aged Parmesan Reggiano. Ah, look at that, man. That looks so good. Decorate it with a little fresh basil. Look at that, look at that. Very nice masterpiece by Bear. Looking good, looking good. It tastes good, amazing, it smells good. So, hope you all enjoyed the video. It is looking righteous. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to turn this camera off, I'm going to eat this bad boy, and I'll let you know how it is. Thanks for watching. I had to turn the camera back on real quick just to show you a good bite of this. Man, this is so good. I love making this every time from scratch. It is so delish. That's money. That is some delicious homemade Italian with a little few twists of my own, Floridiot style, as you will, Bear style. But man, that is so good. And just want to say real quick that I appreciate everybody watching my videos. I know I don't have the best production value. I know I don't have the best videos or the most room to do a nice professional cooking video, but I really do hope you enjoyed the change of pace. And I appreciate you watching all my other videos, and we got more good content coming in the future. Thanks again. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat my good dinner that just got made, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.